What's good, everybody? All Ball Podcast here. I'm Josh, and this is Connor. Today we're going to be discussing the NFL Draft, a benches clearing brawl in the MMLB, and the NBA final stretch. So let's get to it.
Do we want to
Start with the big thing.
Okay, we'll start with the big thing and then
Pause.
just run off the and then just finish off. Whoa, that's double.
You're gay. Double sus.
All right, so let's get into the NFL draft.
Yeah. So
It really wasn't that long ago. What day was it?
It was a few days ago.
It was a Thursday.
I think it might have been Thursday.
It was
It was
Thursday.
Thursday. It was Thursday night was the NFL draft. I wasn't able to watch. I had a game. He had a game too. So I just opened my phone and then, you just see everybody saying, "Oh my God, we got this guy."
Yeah.
So obviously number one,
Oh, you almost Trevor Lawrence?
everybody knew.
It was decided before it was official.
Yeah.
It was
So
not a surprise to anybody.
So the betting odds, obviously I don't bet, but the betting odds were minus 10,000 for him to get picked first overall. So you put $100,000 on him to get picked first overall,
You
you
get
win,
like $10.
you
for
win
that?
$100.
Oh yeah, there you go. I feel like it's even more. No, minus 10,000.
Or it might have been minus 100,000. I don't even know. There's a lot of zeros.
Oh, okay. Fuck it. Regardless.
So yeah, Trevor Lawrence goes first overall. The Jaguars get their guy. They still suck.
Now he gets to back up Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, he'll probably back him up for like a week.
Nah, I say start him. Start him right away. Fuck Gardner.
You not fucking with his mustache?
Nah, it's cheesy.
It's corny.
Nah, not corny, cheesy.
You
There's
want
a
to read
difference.
the analysis?
Oh,
Since you're
okay.
so excited about it.
Yeah, Lawrence is a sound decision maker and a natural leader who has shown the ability to start in clutch situations in big games. He has a strong arm and a quick release. That's something I told him earlier. He's, in my opinion, Duncan Robinson, right? Because he's 6'6", strong arm, quick release. His footwork is inconsistent, but his touch and timing and anticipation are good. That's the pre-draft analysis of Duncan Robinson. Plus, he's a white boy and he's 6'6", which Duncan Robinson's 6'8", but he's not too far off. Obviously, that's a joke, but Daffel needs to put down the football, pick up the basketball, put a headband on, and start lacing some shots.
So, some NFL Network insider was interviewing him at the Jaguar Stadium
Okay.
and was like, "Can I catch your first pass as a Jaguar?" And he basically told him no.
You said it was an interview?
Yeah, like they were just like chilling like on the field, just like, just like walking
No,
around,
yeah.
just showing him around and stuff, just getting his reaction. And he was like, "Can I catch your first pass as a Jaguar?" And he's like, "I want to save that for my teammates."
This
Big
is
ass
so
L.
stupid.
Big ass L. But moving on, fucking we ever knew he was going there. Another somewhat obvious pick is Zach Wilson going number 2 to the Jets, quarterback out of BYU. It was kind of uncertain who would be the second pick up until the pro day when he really showed out. So then everyone was like, okay, he's probably going number 2. Because he showed out more than Fields, more than Mac Jones, more than Trey Lance. And so, yeah, just another QB or another team getting a franchise quarterback.
Another shitty franchise.
Another shitty franchise getting a quarterback who pistol heavy offense that featured full field reads.
Do you think that any of these guys are going to flip the switch on their franchises or no? Because
If it's one, I think it's Zach Wilson. Just because, like, the Jets have so much cap space.
that they could just
Yeah.
surround him with things that he
And
needs.
you know what's slightly bold?
You and your bold picks. I fucking hate your... Because some people's hot takes are fucking okay, but your hot takes are just insane.
Hot take, right? So,
What's your bold pick?
I don't want to break it to you guys early, but I said that the Panthers need to draft a quarterback because they have Sam Darnold as their quarterback after trading Teddy Bridgewater. They drafted a corner. So hear me out. They don't have a running back right now. Their running back's Frank Gore. He's like 67 years old. So they have so much cap space. They trade McCaffrey to the Jets, and the Jets run the AFC East and overcome the Bills.
That's a very, like that's a take, but that's like... You know how exact that has to be?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, they have so much cap space that I think that they should be contacting the Panthers.
What, and just
Yes, baby. Yes.
You said what are they trading? They're trading.
I don't know what would be in the trade.
I was gonna say, because what would you have to give up for that?
A bunch of firsts for sure, but you're getting Christian McCaffrey, and you have a franchise quarterback. You have a few young receivers. Your defense is young. It's just a young.
No,
team.
it's not a bad idea for the Jets. It's just why would you would have to convince the Panthers of that, and I feel like that's a very hard bargain.
I mean, I just think that the Jets just have to say, listen, Panthers, you guys are shit. You guys aren't doing anything. You guys are wasting his talent.
Yeah, but then what happens when the Panthers go, yeah, but you guys are shit. Why would we... Oh, but if they're shit, if you guys are shit, we could use your shitty draft picks.
There.
That's not a bad idea.
We're trying to win now. You're trying to win later. I'll give you my picks. You give me your star running back.
I do like your picks, and I do think you guys are going to be shitty. But what happens when you guys start running the fucking whatever conference, whatever division you said it was, and now your picks are shitty?
It's just one of those risks.
No, that's. I don't even think that's a hot take. It's just a good idea, but it's like the chances of it, you have to like hit that shit dead on.
And then number 3.
I know a lot of Niners fans who were not mad, but this isn't who they wanted. But obviously, they're still happy with it. If that makes sense.
Well, they definitely didn't want Mac Jones.
So Trey Lance was drafted 3rd to the. Why am I forgetting where they're from? San Francisco 49ers. From all the fans that I know, AJ, a couple of my friends at my high school, they wanted fucking Justin Fields. Obviously, they didn't get Justin Fields. They got Trey Lance. But at the end of the day, I don't even think any of them were really mad about it. It's just not their number 1 pick. But then...
Good thing they didn't get their number 3 pick.
Justin Fields fell a little bit. But like you said last week, who was it, their coach or their GM or someone, they came out and said, like, it's between Mac Jones and Trey Lance. And they ended up picking up Trey Lance.
Yeah, so the Niners get a QB at 3, which is why they traded up. That's why everyone believed that they traded up. And how long is he going to sit behind Garoppolo for? A few weeks?
Depends.
A few years?
I don't think it's a few years. Unless Garoppolo can stay fully healthy and make him good again.
That's why I don't know. Like,
sooner rather than later. I feel like my prediction is by the end of this season he'll have that spot.
Starting?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, because if Garoppolo can stay good for a little more time, then obviously that extends it. But if, like, let's say Garoppolo fucking snaps his neck, God forbid.
Jesus Christ.
Or let's say he breaks a finger.
Say he just gets hurt again.
Yeah, say he just gets hurt again. That's Trey. Oh, I feel like once something happens to Garoppolo,
it's his job's gone.
Like, that's gone. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And I think it'll be by the end of this season.
Yeah, I mean he is Garoppolo is very injury prone. At number 4.
Oh, we didn't read his pre-draft.
Go ahead.
He's a good bruising runner with excellent size and good top end speed.
Pause.
No, what's pause about that? Oh, he has excellent size. Yeah, moving on.
So moving on to number 4 is, I want to say this is probably like, he might be the most NFL successful. Is Kyle Pitts, tight end.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is because not even college cornerbacks could guard him. Not even college linebackers could guard him.
So you think he's the most NFL ready?
I think he's the most NFL ready. And I think he's going to be the most NFL successful too.
Like over his career?
Yeah. 6'6", 245.
No, he definitely has.
I don't know what his 40 time is, but I know it's pretty fast. You can look that up real quick.
I'll look it up real quick.
It's fast for a tight end. He's almost like a wide receiver, but he's 6'6" and 250.
444.
So he runs a 4.40 as a 6'6" tight end.
Wait, 4.4?
Yeah.
That's what it said, but is that official?
I'm pretty sure that's official.
That is crazy.
Kyle Pitts. Official 40 time.
No, yeah, it's probably going to come up the same thing. 440.
At his pro day, 4.4.
And what the record isn't that much further.
It's like 4.2, 4.18, something like that.
And he's 6'6", with 250 pounds on him.
40 time. That's what I'm saying.
He's a hybrid tight end receiver. Well, yeah, if you're that fucking fast. With a blend of size, length, and top end speed. That's his pre-draft analysis, by the way. Those aren't my words. He's an above average route runner. See, but is he going to be like one of those fucking freak athletes that people just clown on? Or not clown on, but like DK. DK's a fantastic receiver, but everyone's like, he gets carried by his athleticism.
No, I'll have to show you.
You think he's actually going to be crazy?
I have to show you highlights because he's like, Pitts is a deep threat and dangerous after the catch. Like he's just like he's Gronk, but
fast as fuck,
fast as hell.
I wouldn't say Gronk because Gronk is also just from looking at the size of his arm right here, I think Gronk is a little bit stronger than him. Yeah, but he's flexing that arm. This arm, he's just like that. My arm's bigger than that.
Imagine.
Yeah, he's an above average route runner with frame to box out and making.
Yeah, a tight end who's an above average route runner.
No, yeah, actually, when you put it into perspective, when you're a tight end that can do wide receiver shit, that is crazy.
What else? What else does it say?
Post draft analysis. Oh, he's gonna be running with a fucking
Hayden Hurst. He'll be him and Hayden Hurst. Hayden Hurst isn't a bad tight end. That's a deadly 1-2 with Julio. They're shopping Julio Jones, by the way. They might trade him.
I know that hurts. I like Julio. But where are they even gonna throw him?
So moving on to number 5, which I think number 5 wasn't a bad pick, but I don't think it was the right pick. Jamar Chase out of LSU, wide receiver, going to the Bengals, reuniting with Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say who would you have rather they pick?
So they have T. Higgins, who's a decent receiver. They have another guy who's a decent receiver. I know I can't think of the name off the top of his head, but Joe Burrow was getting beat the hell up last year. So I think they should have took Penei Sewell. I think they should have took Penei Sewell at 5 to block for their franchise quarterback.
Joe Burrow did get hurt last year, didn't he?
Yeah.
He hurt his knee, I think.
Now him getting his former wide receiver back, that's cool.
That's real tough. Because do you pick the wide receiver that you know that your quarterback is already fucking good with, or do you try to prevent him from getting injured again?
Yeah, look at the post draft. Cincinnati could have targeted a tackle to help protect its franchise quarterback, but Chase is good value here.
Yeah,
I love
Tyler Boyd.
Who said that?
Oh, is that the fool you were talking about? That you didn't know his name?
Yeah, Tyler Boyd. So I don't think it's a bad pick, but I don't think it was their best pick.
You think they should have went with the one with the 7th pick that we'll get to? Yeah. We'll get to in a second.
I think they should have took the best lineman available, which everybody knew who that was. But moving on to number 6.
To another quarterback, wide receiver, reunion.
Another reunion between a college quarterback and wide receiver.
Another wide receiver, quarterback reunion. I don't know what was wrong with me right there. Jalen Waddle got picked at 6 to the Dolphins to play with, or to come back and play with Tua.
So this is another one where it's like, so he broke his foot last November.
Yeah, he's the one that played on it, no?
Yeah, and he didn't play until the last game. He was like hobbling around the field.
But he still got a little bit.
Yeah, he got like 30 yards or something, but like I have so much faith that he's going to be healthy and he's going to be a good NFL receiver. But, like, just the thought about it just scares me taking him at number 6.
What? Because he's injured or because...
Just, yeah.
The risk of re-injury?
The risk of re-injury. Like, obviously, everybody gets injured at a point in time, but coming right off of it just a few months ago and drafting him at 6 is another... It's, like, slightly tough.
But that's the thing. If you can trust him to do his best, and or not really trust him, but, like, trust your...
training staff.
Yeah, your training staff to like make sure that he's straight, then it is a good pick.
Yeah, it could pan out to be one of the best picks because he was a better receiver than Devontae Smith before he got hurt. And then Devontae Smith took over, won the Heisman.
Mm-hmm.
So Jalen Waddle goes at 6. Moving on to number 7.
Like we were just talking about.
Penei Sewell goes to the Lions. So let's be honest, the Lions aren't going to be good for like at least 5 years.
But they were real happy about this draft pick.
Yes.
So
yes.
I'm gonna put the video in for you guys.
Wow! There's a very excited draft room here.
That's outstanding.
They got drafted and their conference room or whatever the fuck.
Their
it's called.
draft room, basically.
They were
Hella hype.
ecstatic about this pick. I don't have anything to say about him per
Has
se.
the foot
Personally,
speed to reach defenders as a zone blocker. They said that like what did they say? Hall of Fame type talent doesn't come from offensive linemen often, so when you see it on the board, you have to take it. Which I agree with them taking him because like who else? Like let's say they drafted Devontae Smith.
Who's throwing
Jared
it?
Goff and Devontae Smith.
Yeah, I was gonna say who's throwing it. Who's throwing it to Devontae?
So you might
Smith?
as well build up your O line, and then maybe they get a quarterback next year because they're gonna be a top 5 pick next year.
Or maybe Jared Goff just fucking
Wins MVP.
has a he never really had a breakout, but maybe he has a second breakout season because of how much time he just has in the pocket. Just do whatever he wants to do.
Penei Sewell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the best offensive lineman goes at 7 to the Lions. Moving on to number 8. So in our last video, I mentioned that the Panthers need to draft a quarterback, and they drafted a
A
corner,
cornerback.
which is
It's like a quarterback if you're hard of hearing.
yeah. So I don't agree with this at all because I don't think Sam Darnold's a good quarterback.
Oh, but I'm just reading the post-draft analysis. The Panthers needed a shutdown corner after finishing with a franchise worst 7 interceptions.
He's not even the best corner in the draft.
Oh, so is that what you were going to get into?
Well, yeah, the best corner got picked next.
Right after them. But we could talk about this for
Yeah,
a second.
so by no means is J.C. Horn a bad cornerback. He wasn't the best available cornerback, and I wanted them to take a quarterback. I thought that Justin Fields was a decent
They also
fit
don't
for
give
them.
a fuck what Josh Gardinez of Hesperia
Exactly.
wants. They don't
I
care.
think that Justin Fields and McCaffrey would have been a cold little duo.
that would have been a cold little duo.
And then they have their young receivers still. They got a few of them still over there. I think one of them actually left, but I don't know about taking a corner here. I get that they had a shit defense last year, but they're a shit team. I feel like
They have a shit everything.
a franchise quarterback would have been nice here rather than J.C. Horn. And getting a corner, didn't get the best one. But the Panthers got a corner, I guess. Just I don't know what else to say.
And there were 2 corners picked back to back. The next one was to the Denver Broncos.
Patrick Surtain, the second.
Junior. Or the second. What's the difference between the junior and the second?
Do you think I know?
Well, I mean, they are the same, but like, it's so pointless. Never mind. Because some people put junior, but some people put the 2 lines.
So Patrick Surtain, I thought that the Broncos were going to go one of 2 ways with this pick. It was either going to be
the 2 ways.
It was either going to be cornerback or quarterback. Because I'm not the biggest Drew Lock fan. I don't know how you feel about Drew Lock.
I have no opinion on Drew Lock. 0.
Drew Lock to me is like the most below average quarterback
I care
in the NFL. Like he's like who's some like average ass point guard who's
Look,
been in the league forever.
This is what I was going to say. I care about Drew Lock just about as much as I care about Ricky Rubio. That's about how much I care
He's
about
not
Drew
as good
Lock.
as Ricky Rubio.
Ricky Rubio's not that good. Well, he's okay. I care about Drew Lock about as much as I care about Matthew Dellavedova.
Matthew Dellavedova. So I just feel like Drew Lock isn't their guy for the next few years. Because if they want to compete in that division with Justin Herbert and Patrick Mahomes, they're going to have a franchise quarterback, and I don't think that...
I like Justin Herbert for the Chargers.
I do.
My bad friend.
I love him for the
I
Chargers.
like him for the Chargers.
I hate that they have to play him twice a year, but...
Well, that's just because you're a Raiders fan.
Well, that's what my team's shit, and our pickle's shit. But
Sorry, we both got shit NFL teams.
it's just that I feel like Justin Fields would have fit here. But they did get Patrick Surtain, and their defense was shit last year. And if you want to shut down Tyreek Hill, or try to shut down Tyreek Hill, and try to shut down Keenan Allen, I think Patrick Surtain's a good fit.
And
I
according,
know that they were extremely happy that he slipped past J.C. Horn, or that the Panthers didn't take Surtain.
because they didn't want JC, or just because Surtain's a better one.
Just because Surtain's a better one overall. All around, he's just a better corner.
That's out of college, but we might come to see something different in
We
the
could,
NFL.
yeah.
So
you
who
definitely
knows?
could. So like Denver, they stacked up their defensive backs. They signed Ronald Derby and Kyle Fuller this offseason, and now they got Patrick Surtain. So they're bulking up their
defense.
their defensive core to face the Chiefs
Fucking-
and
yeah,
the Chargers.
I was gonna say some nasty ass
offense.
offenses.
Yeah, so I think it was a good pick, but like it's one of those where it could have gone one of two ways,
and it went two ways.
I think that I wanted the other way a little bit more for the team, but I think that like this might work out.
No, yeah, because
more.
At the same time, you could what happened?
Because I just don't know how to feel if I feel like Justin Fields would have been better or if he's going to pan out better. Because they do need defensive backs to play defense against the best offense in the league.
No, this is what I was gonna say. You could try to upgrade your offense and defense at the same time, but something that could work is you just upgrade your defense so much that now you are a defensive
Heavy team.
Not just like a defensive
Minded?
Yes, defensive minded, but what's the word I'm looking for? Defensive like not personality, but identity. Like if your team has an identity, if your team
Like the
has
Rams.
if your team has like something that they like that's what they do.
Yeah, kind of like the early like Ray Lewis Ravens where their defense was just killing. You knew that you were going to get your head taken off.
Or the fucking that one Seahawks team.
Yeah, with Cam Chancellor.
Exactly.
Legion of Boom.
So if you could make an identity for your team, I feel like it would then be easier to build that team because now that you have a defense, it kind of makes it easier to build an offense instead of just like you get a couple defensive picks here, you get a couple offensive picks here, and you slowly rise like overall. But then again, I'm not an NFL GM. Are they GMs? They're GMs. I'm not an NFL GM, but I do like the fact that they're like completely beefing up their defense because who knows, maybe the next Legion of Boom is in Denver.
Maybe. So at number 10, this was originally the Cowboys pick, and I thought that the Cowboys were going to get Surtain at this pick.
Okay.
So they didn't end up getting Surtain. They traded with the Eagles, and the Eagles traded up, and they ended up getting Devontae Smith, the Heisman winner.
Mm-hmm.
People are doubting, or this is another.
I was gonna say they've been
duo.
doubting him for a while.
This is another duo back. Jalen Hurts.
Oh, Jalen Hurts.
Devontae Smith. Although they didn't completely play together, they are familiar with each other, so it is counted as a duo. Are you doubting him because of his size?
Look, I'm not. I've heard a lot of hate on him because of how
170.
skinny he was, and then he said, what did he say? He said something to defend himself that I didn't fully agree with. That was like if I was big, I'd be, or like, it was basically something like, I don't need to be big to play football, something like that. But the way he worded it was stupid, because football definitely is one of the more physical sports. But at the same time, if you can mess up opposing defenses, then you can mess up opposing defenses. And if that's what he's going to come in the NFL and do as a wide receiver, then fucking who cares how big he is if he gets the job done. Yeah. And I personally am not doubting him because I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. So until he starts fucking up, I have full confidence that he'll be a good receiver.
So he tore it up in college, obviously. He won the Heisman and all that. But college is a lot different than the NFL for sure.
No, it is.
It's like it's not just a whole nother level. Like it's a whole nother level. Like I just think that over the first 8 weeks, you'll see if he's going to be a bust or not. I think it might take
him a little bit longer because for someone at his size, I think it's going to be a bigger hit than some other people because it's going to be not a reality shock, but it's going to be like he has to adjust.
Yeah.
And for someone that little, I think it's going to take him longer to adjust.
Yeah, but so the Eagles got a wide receiver. I don't think they wanted that because I seen like this dude on TikTok I follow. He's an Eagles fan, and he was like, if the Eagles take Devontae Smith, I'm going to eat a lime with the fucking, what's the outside called?
The peel?
The peel. I'm going to eat a lime with the peel on it, and then he posted the video like, we suck, and then a shitty franchise. So
I'm not doubting Devontae Smith yet. I have full faith that he'll be a good receiver.
Yeah, so...
And who says he can't book up while he's in the NFL?
He could. So now with this whole trading for picks thing, so I said that the Eagles traded up to 10 and got Devontae Smith, and the Giants originally had the 11th pick, and they wanted Devontae Smith because they need receivers for Daniel Jones. Because Daniel Jones is at a pivotal time in his career where it's now or never.
Yeah.
Because they kind of need to know if they need to move on or not. So they took his weapon, who they were originally going to get, and they decided, okay, well, no, they didn't decide. The Bears seen that Justin Fields was still on the board, and they're like, hey, Mitch Trubisky sucks. Can we trade up? We'll take your 20th pick. You take my 11th, and then I'll give you like a few third rounders, whatever that whole deal was. So at 11 was Justin Fields to the Chicago Bears, who looked pissed to be a fucking Chicago Bear.
Who, Justin?
Yeah, he was just like,
I wouldn't want to be a Bear.
what up, guys? I'm ready to go. Bear down.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be a Chicago Bear.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Because I didn't watch all that much college football. I watched it kind of towards the playoffs and stuff, which he didn't do bad in. But from what I heard, people wanted him way higher than 11th.
Yeah, well, the thing is his injuries again.
So I guess it's one of those. I personally didn't expect him to drop that far, but now he's at 11. He's on the Bears.
Do you think he's gonna start early, like early in the year,
Over
or just
Mitch?
start off?
I don't think he's going to start off game 1, but I definitely think he'll take the spot very soon. I don't think it's going to take all that long. I think he'll be starting before...
Trey Lance.
Yeah, he'll be starting before Trey Lance.
Okay.
I think so.
Because Garoppolo is better than Trubisky. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's a hot take either.
It's not at all. Trubisky's like so shit. So we can move on from that. Shout out to the Bears. They got a quarterback.
Shout out to Justin, man.
Um,
He's cracked. Oh my god.
Yeah, they made that TikTok. My friend here, Justin, he's already taken, and he's cracked that football, my guy.
I did not see that, but that's hilarious.
So another trade
Inside
down.
linebacker.
There you go. What is that? Or what'd you say? Or you said offensive, but
No, yeah. So
what does the I mean?
Earlier I was looking at the positions and I saw OLB, and in my head for some reason I was thinking offensive linebacker. That doesn't make sense.
No, he's like, how could you be an offensive linebacker? And then I looked at him. He's like, outside
linebacker. But now we got Micah Parsons, inside linebacker from Penn State, to the Cowboys.
Yeah, so their franchise linebacker retired, Sean Lee. So I think that this pick was to try and replace him, and they definitely need defensive help, finishing 28th in defensive scoring. Jesus.
Shit.
Out of 30, so they were the third worst defense.
30? Isn't it 32 teams?
There might be 32 teams.
Pretty sure there's 32 teams.
So basically they had a shit defense, regardless of if there's 30 teams, 32, 64, 10. They had a shit defense last year. So this was in order to try and
32. How does the NHL have 31 teams?
They're about to have 32. They're getting a new team, Seattle.
No,
Seattle Kraken.
I'm happy that Seattle's getting a team. They fucking deserve one. But how did this season work? They had
What about the Ligma MX?
The Liga MX? It's the Mexican Soccer League. I think.
Who the fuck cares?
I'm just pretty sure that's what it is.
Yeah,
it's the Mexican soccer team.
There's not much else to say about Micah Parsons. He's a Cowboy. I originally thought that they were going to get Surtain at 10, but they traded down because the Broncos took him at 9. Which, imagine how fast that process has to be.
Ooh, that's why they have, how much time do they have on the board? 5 minutes? Well, you see, you're like, all right, fucking, there's Patrick Surtain. All right, well, they probably have him on the phone anyway. They're probably on the phone with him beforehand.
On mute?
Yeah, probably just on mute, and then it's like, you've seen a pick, and you're like, all right, unmute. Hey, guys, they fucking got him. You want to make the trade? All right, yeah, we'll make the trade. All right, we'll sign the papers. Unmute again. Probably something like that. I don't think they are fully unprepared for Patrick Surtain going the pick before him.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to bet on something like that.
No. By the way, we're gonna get to we'll get to pick 16, and then we'll just talk about a few more below. Just
that makes
because
sense.
some of them, just because the top 15 are pretty important.
Because they don't care about fucking
Jamin
Davis. That's who I was looking at the same one. They don't care about Jamin Davis to the Washington.
He's a stud, though, by the way.
Football team. Don't give a fuck. Sorry, Jermaine.
So at 13, I almost said San Diego Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers took Rashawn Slater out of Northwestern College. This is a great pick because they need to protect their franchise quarterback in Justin Herbert. So I like it. I like it a lot.
I do like it. I don't... Looking at who was picked after him, I don't see anybody that's like, oh, they should have got him. Mm-hmm. But, so I guess that's a good pick. Got the who had impressive rookie seasons. Yeah, subpar offensive line play. Now they need to find a way to keep him upright. There you go.
Yep. So moving on to 14, from the Vikings, the Jets acquired the 14th pick and they picked another offensive lineman to protect their guy Zach Wilson. Another pick I like. You get a franchise quarterback. You draft the O-line.
Yeah, and they got offensive guard, so then that's more on the outside. Now they could protect Frank Gore on those fucking
trenches.
on those runs, bro.
In the trenches.
They could get off. Frank Gore is gonna have his second outbreak. Frank Gore's about to be a franchise rider or running back right now.
You know he's about to play with his son. If he plays like 2 more years in the NFL, he might play with his son.
So he's gonna be LeBron.
LeBron's not playing with his son. He's retiring after he loses the finals to the Celtics this year.
So if that's what happens. Shout out, Elijah.
Elijah.
Is that Elijah?
Elijah.
Nah, that's
Elijah.
Elijah. No, that's probably like Elijah. Shout out you for protecting Frank Gore this coming up season.
So at 15, Mac Jones.
At 15, Tom Brady
Jr.
Not Junior. Tom Brady.
Tom Brady C.
Tom Brady Light. Tom Brady the free version.
Tom Brady great value.
Tom Brady demo. They got the Tom Brady demo.
Free sample.
Mac Jones. And I'll put in the video of him walking. Shout out Mac Jones. You were hating on him, bro.
With an IG model. Look like a waddle. One shit like full done.
So yeah, Josh hates on Mac Jones. I don't know why. Mac Jones didn't do anything to you.
Okay, so here's the thing. You're not athletic. I don't like quarterbacks who aren't at least a little bit athletic. He's not athletic.
I hope you know that the
best quarterback of all time wasn't
athletic.
I hope
you know the best quarterback of all time, the guy who just won the Super Bowl a couple months ago, was not athletic in the slightest.
I know.
I'm probably more athletic than him.
Tom Brady's different.
I could probably bench more than Tom Brady, run a faster 40 than Tom Brady, jump higher than Tom Brady, and I don't have 7 rings.
So this is why I hate on him. I think he was an above average college quarterback.
Okay.
But he has the best receivers in the nation.
No, bro, he definitely had a college super team. Is that what you would call it? So he definitely had a college super team, but at the same time, it's like you can't discredit it.
No, I'm not.
Because he did hit the passes he needed to hit. Yeah, but he did have wide receivers that made it.
But he also missed the passes that he should have thrown.
Well, if you read his pre-draft, he's a fast processor. Okay, he processes fast.
Good, Lux. Good. Dodgers might win a game.
Dodgers are winning.
Good.
Dodgers.
Good.
Dodgers are winning 16-4 right now after you guys have won, what, 3 out of your last 10? 3 out of your last 12?
3 out of our last 13.
3 out of their last 13. So now they get to win 4 out of their last 14.
Oh, no, that's not facts. We've lost.
Bro, it doesn't matter. Something like that. You guys went from 13. They went from 13-2 to like 16-12. Something like that. Back onto Mac Jones.
Yeah, back onto Mac Jones. So this is the most like Belichick quarterback that they could have ever dreamed of.
Because it's basically Tom Brady, but like not Tom Brady.
But like, don't
compare
him.
Yeah.
Like you compare him, but you just say don't compare him.
It's like when dumbass people in the draft are like NBA draft comparison, LeBron James. Because do you know how many like Michael Jordan draft compared? They were comparing Otto Porter. His NBA pre-draft was Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
Otto fucking Porter Jr.
Look at him.
And so it's like same thing with Mac Jones. Like Mac Jones, his comparison is for sure somebody like Tom Brady, especially under a system like the Patriots system. But and what does this mean for fucking what's his name?
Cam. Get your shit together.
But is it a get your shit together, or it's all right, bro? Like this is your last season with us? Because if Cam does good, I feel like they still want to put Mac Jones in that system.
I mean, Cam only re-signed for another 1-year deal, so prove yourself or you're gone.
I honestly don't think it's a prove yourself. I think no matter how good Cam Newton does this year, they're gonna try to pick Mac Jones over him.
I mean, Cam could just be playing for another contract at this point.
I think that's more likely.
But moving on to 16, this pick isn't important, but I already like this guy. I doubt you heard the phone call, but
no, I did not. Tulsa. He went to the same college as Zeus and Bilu.
Zaven Collins, outside linebacker out of Tulsa, got picked 16th overall to go to the Cardinals, and their GM called him, and they're like, Zaven, how you doing? And he's like, good, coach, how are you? And he's like, you know who this is? And he was like, of course I know who this is. They were talking blah, 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 and then he's like, I'm going to run this fucking league. I'm going to take everyone's head off.
That's a good phone call.
Like
I like players with that kind of mentality.
No, like it gave me the chills low key. I was like, okay, like when he kills somebody this year, like
it was like that one fool on the football team, and he's like, I want Brady.
yeah, Chase Young.
Chase Young. There you go. It's shit like that. That's just what you want to hear.
It's just that competitiveness that like.
But the thing is,
so
that's what I like about the NFL, because you say some shit like that in the NBA and it's different.
Yeah.
But you say some shit about that in the NFL and it's like you like that guy.
Go time,
like,
yeah.
Because that's like the Patrick Beverly mentality. But I fucking hate Patrick Beverly. But I love players like this.
Yeah. So shout out to Zaven Collins. He was just like, I'm ready, coach. We're gonna run this league, and now they have their inside linebacker that they drafted last year. I think Justin Simmons, and now they have Zaven Collins. So they got a nice young linebacker core. So good for the Cardinals, and I'm gonna be rooting for Zaven Collins because he's gonna kill people this year.
Yeah, skipping over the 17th pick because it's a no-name ass team.
So the 17th pick, the Raiders. Let me say it. The Raiders picked offensive lineman way too early. They bounced back because they picked good in the
Shout out Alex
second
Leatherwood. Shout out Alex Leatherwood.
Alex Leatherwood has 1,000 memes on his phone, and I don't know why he got picked at.
God damn, he's dark.
Look,
My bad.
overall rank 60, and he got picked 17.
But he's second in his position. How? Wait. How is he second in his position if...
Penny Sewell, Penny, whatever. Good bun, Nosy.
How can there be two people ranked 2 at offensive tackle? Or is it like left tackle, right tackle sort of thing? Because look,
OT.
fucking Rashawn Slater and him are both ranked second at their position. Are they talking about like left tackle, right tackle sort of
don't know,
thing?
maybe.
Because you can't have 2 offensive tackles at the same rank.
I'm not sure.
It's probably left tackle, right tackle sort of thing.
So the Raiders picked bad in the first round, but they bounced back, so it's cool. And then we're gonna skip a few picks because I want to talk about the 20th pick, Kadarius Toney to the Giants.
Okay, we could talk about that one.
So
Lucky.
this was the
I don't know
Giants.
anything about Kadarius
This
Toney.
was the Giants trade, or the Giants and Bears trade to
Okay.
get Justin Fields. So they didn't get their hands on Devontae Smith or Jalen Waddle, so they took Kadarius Toney.
But they're getting some pieces for fucking the guy we just talked about.
Daniel Jones?
Daniel Jones.
So I think that Rashad Bateman is better, but I
Okay.
don't think that Kadarius Toney is bad for their offensive scheme because he's kind of like he's one of those little he's like Tyreek Hill, a little quick receiver that's just gonna run past everybody.
I wouldn't even call
John
him.
Ross.
He's not that little, but he is little. He's not even that little. He's 6
not,
foot. He's
no.
the same height as fucking Devontae.
Yeah, but he's just like his play style is more little.
No, I get what you're talking about. I get what you mean.
So he fits the Giants' offense maybe better than Rashad Bateman, but he's not more skilled than Rashad Bateman.
Yeah.
So it's an okay pick in my opinion.
Let's move on to my team. Just because I don't know shit about them.
I didn't even.
Let's
know.
talk about Christian Darrisaw.
You can talk because I don't even.
I'll talk
know.
about Christian Darrisaw. I don't know shit about him, but
He's an excellent zone blocker.
Yeah, so both of our teams picked up offensive tackles. Let's see. We got fucking Dalvin Cook. I guess this is helping him have a little bit more space to create. And the fucking quarterback, don't tell me the quarterback's name. Kirk Cousins?
Yep.
So this is helping Kirk Cousins, even though I don't think we have much of a future with him. He's not a bad quarterback, but how old is he at this point?
He's not a franchise quarterback. That's the thing, though.
Yeah, no, he's definitely not. How old is Kirk Cousins?
Like 37. Just kidding.
Kirk Cousins is 32. Yeah, there's not much future with him.
Oh fuck! Now Will Smith's hurt. Of course.
But
Of course.
like looking at players after him, I don't see. See, that's annoying because Najee Harris, the pick right after. I guess we'll talk about him in a second. But like we have Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody after Christian Darrisaw that we could have picked that I know. Probably could have got this offensive or outside linebacker because he has an African ass name, so he might be cold. But
He for sure kills people.
I just needed to say something because that's my team and I need to start supporting them. Because I just picked them last year.
So
Shout out Christian.
At number 24, as he said, was Najee Harris, a running back who can kind of do it all, but running backs aren't very valued.
A running
in the
back
NFL
who can
now.
jump over human beings.
Running backs aren't very valued anymore, so that's why he slipped all the way to 24. The Steelers getting him was big because James Conner's gone. Like, where's James Conner?
Never. I was going to say never heard of him. That's lying. He used to back up Le'Veon Bell, and I knew a little bit about him. It's actually Connor with an E.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so James Conner's on the Cardinals now. So they have
now
no running back.
That boy gets to play with fucking Zaven.
So now Najee Harris is going to probably be the running back day one for the Steelers.
really?
So good for him. Good pick for the Steelers.
I don't like how the NFL's like that now.
What?
Fucking not valuing the running back. Because I love the running back.
Yeah, I do too. I like.
There's like probably, 3 teams that value their running back. The Titans. Who else? Who else
The
has
Saints?
a strong-ass run game? The Saints.
Because Kamara, both
Uh-huh.
passing and rushing. And probably the Vikings.
Who, Dalvin?
Oh my God.
No, fucking, why are you getting hyped?
Because it looked
Shit
like.
wasn't even close.
Sorry.
Will Smith is shit. Who hit that?
Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith is dog shit. Whoa! He's pitching for both teams or what?
What?
Who's the Brewers pitcher?
I don't know who that is.
Look at his last name. Bro, tell me I'm tripping.
I don't know who it is.
Urias is pitching for both teams.
Oh no, that's the shortstop for them. His name's Luis Urias.
Oh, okay. I was like, bro, Urias is playing for both. You know, like when you're in elementary and there's a quarterback for both teams because you don't have enough players?
Yeah.
All-time QB. He's an all-time pitcher.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's a shortstop, I guess.
So shout out to the Steelers. This is a good pick for them. At number 25, I want to talk about this one. This is a bad pick.
Oh, it said that right here. And they spelled James Conner wrong, too.
I want to talk about this one.
Okay, talk about James. Or Travis.
Travis Etienne. Etienne.
Etienne.
So this is a bad pick. I get that they reunited him and Trevor Lawrence, but James Robinson is like 67 times better than Travis Etienne, whatever the hell his name is. So I think that this is a bad pick. I think they could have went offensive line here to protect their guy, rather than getting his running back, because they already have a stud running back who popped off last year in James Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
And for the running back not being valued in the NFL right now, I don't know why this was the pick. I just think that offensive lineman would have been a lot better, or defense of any sort.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this guy. And I also don't know anything about fucking Jaguars position.
Good. So
I guess I'll agree with you on that. Because I don't really care.
And then at 27, Rashad Bateman to the Ravens. This is a great pick. He fits the Ravens offense so well. I know he's a great route runner. I don't even have to read his draft analysis. I just know he's a hell of a route runner. I've seen him play in college at Minnesota. This is going to be big because the receiving core was so weak last year, and this is going to improve it tremendously.
For that one running back.
Yeah. And then our last for that one running back.
For that one fucking why am I
that running back that randomly throws the ball sometimes?
Lamar Jackson.
So then at 29 was Eric Stokes to the Packers. This pick means nothing, but the only reason that it means somewhat something is because they didn't draft a wide receiver because Aaron Rodgers wants out.
Okay, the thing is, I heard that Aaron Rodgers wants out, but at the same time, the Packers said that they're not trading him. So does that mean he's leaving when his contract is done, or they're trying to keep him on and just be like, hey, bro.
I don't know, man.
Like, come on, bro.
I just think they should have went wide receiver here to help their guy. Or offensive line to help their guy. I get that their cornerback got blown up last year in the playoffs, but if you want to keep your franchise quarterback, you got to do what the hell he says.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Can you guys hear that? You think I can hear that?
Maybe.
All right.
That wrap it up for the NFL draft?
That does wrap it up for the NFL draft, but I want to give a shout out to Grant Stewart, the final pick in the NFL draft. He was an outside linebacker at Houston. He's gonna play with the Buccaneers. That boy gets to
practice squad star.
That boy gets to shake hands with Tom Brady, hopefully, and maybe he gets a little bit greatness. He's an undersized, off-the-ball linebacker and an effective tackler with good speed and exceptional motor. Sounds like Hall of Fame to me.
Sounds like a 259 pick to me.
Sounds like Hall of Fame to me.
Yeah, so...
Fuck, he has short arms and gets stuck on blocks.
So he's just dog shit.
He's better suited to play the zone than he is in a man. Shout out Grant Stewart, 259th pick.
And then that's it. Oh my god, he rung him up on that Give me the remote. Where's my remote?
Bro, I don't know, and I don't care.
No. There's no
You
way.
get a load of this.
I get
guy.
that we're up fucking 12, but this is
Oh, they called a strike on that fucking...
3-2 pitch. First and third. Beatty's having a hell of a day. 7 ribbies, and he calls out a strike. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Speaking of baseball, Javi Baez,
Yep, and Amir
Javi
Garrett.
Baez, and Cole Garrett.
Amir
Cole
Garrett.
Garrett from PBR.
From Victorville.
Is he from Victorville?
Amir Garrett's from Victorville. That's what I
Oh,
told you.
I'm talking
School
about
threat.
Cole Garrett. I don't give a fuck about Amir Garrett. Amir Garrett is always trying to fight people. I remember that from fucking
Last year
when he
against the
beat
Pirates.
up Chris Archer last year.
Remember he attacked the whole team?
Yeah, but all by himself. He just ran into their
Because he's
crowd.
a school threat. He's from fucking Victorville.
This was another dumbass fight. I cannot stand MLB benches clearing for stupid shit like this. He was literally talking shit, ran at one player, and then they got in a scuffle, got broken up, and the whole bench just had to clear. I hate that shit. I hate it. And I don't even hate fighting. Like, was it the Blue Jays? I remember some dude got his fucking... What was that fight, bro? There was a fight that, like... It was probably the best connection I've seen in the last few years.
Oh, Blue Jays and Rangers.
Is that what it was?
Rune Odor and Jose Bautista when he socked
God,
him in
his
the
shit
face.
socked in the fucking jaw.
Yeah.
That's probably the best fight I've seen recently. But that's like, that calls for the benches clearing. This stupid trash talking shit does not call for the benches clearing.
Yeah. Another MLB thing. Dodgers offense has been cold there. 16 runs today. Woohoo. That's it. Do you have anything else you want to talk about today?
Nah, because
This is basically an NFL draft video.
this was an NFL draft video with a little bit of stupid ass MLB.
Yeah. So that's going to wrap it up for today, guys. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff.
And we'll see you guys on
Wednesday.
We'll see you guys on Thursday.
Thursday.
We'll see you guys on Thursday.